We're officially live. Oh, I popped out my OBS stats. Trying to figure out how I can put chat on the left over here. I haven't streamed on YouTube in like 5 years. I did a stream on Twitch before. One time but I have no idea how to do it like stuff on YouTube now. Uh, how do I put the I have the YouTube control panel here. Hold on. Looking at the settings. Stream, output, accessibility. I might have to figure this out in my own time then. Does this update in real time? It's a bit slow. Um, okay. I think we were just gonna roll with this for now. So, without further ado, I guess we can get started with the stream. So, hello everybody. This is Justin from Starbanded Sounds, and welcome to my very first music production live stream. I have done a live stream in the past before, a long time ago, like 5 years back, um, on YouTube. I did one stream on Twitch before. I think it was about 2 years back, but this is my first stream on YouTube in a very long time. Um, Basically, I'm doing this so that I just figured that it would be a cool idea to just show my process of making music and maybe just teaching all of whoever's watching like some of my thought process, how I start coming out with ideas and pretty much start making some nice melodies and beautiful stuff. You get the point. I guess, but this is so messy. I didn't know how I was gonna start this. I'm gonna be honest, but well, let me just check if the stream is um working. Let's see here. If I go to my channel and my live yep, my live stream is working. All right. Uh, okay. So let me just take a look at the status here. So that one viewer. uh, says the concurrent reviews reached like one, but um, hasn't changed for me. Okay, but for today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting a track from scratch. I feel. This is just something that I made. Uh, just like yeah, I think it was like last week I started on this, and it's just a simple like progressive house track that I made, but it was mainly inspired by one of my favorite artists, Lock-In. Some of you may have heard of him, but Joseph Dylan, he's one of my favorite artists, I would say. But yeah, I wanted to make like a progressive house track that's similar to his kind of style. So I came up with this idea over here. Maybe I can just play once through and show. Let me just turn off solo. yeah, so that's pretty much how that's pretty much a track that I made recently. So I guess some background information before I start on the new track that um, I'm planning out. So some of the synths that I mainly use, I mainly use two different synths, and um, one of them is Wavetable actually. I mainly use Ableton's Wavetable for a lot of my production. Like most of these synths, as you can see here, are just Ableton's Wavetable. Um, the Supersol here is this a Super? That's Vital. Yeah, Vital is the other thing I use. So I mainly use two different synths. I mainly use Vital and I mainly use Ableton's Wavetable as well. Those are the two synths I mainly use. Vital, I mainly use it for like heavy basses, dubstep basses, which maybe one day, one of the streams, I can showcase some sound design. But for now, this is we're gonna try and make something a little bit more calm in the moment. But Wavetable is the other thing that I use. Most of the synths are Wavetable. Pretty sure there's a Supersolve here. Yeah, this one. Oh, it is the filter version. Here's the yeah. So this is Wavetable. This one I actually got from. I found out how to make this Supersolve preset from online. This is from the actual like Ableton Tips. I'm pretty sure they made a video on Supersolve, which I'm pretty sure you can still find it on their channel. But it's a very very nice lush Supersolve sound. And the reason why it sounds like this is because I put it through a reverb thing over here. I probably should like automate the reverb send here, but I'll get to that in a moment. Or maybe I can talk about that later on. But and then there's also this plug over here that plug. But like one of the things I really love doing with Wavetable is to make lead sounds. So these three sounds over here were all used with using Wavetable. Oh yeah. So the way I made this one was I have this first sound over here. Yeah, this was the first one that I made, and I was experimenting a bit with Wavetable, and I found out that the vintage presets over here have some very very interesting wavetables you can use, and I might go through a bit of sound design later on. But that was one layer of the sound. Then I made the second one, which I'm pretty sure is an octave down. Yeah. And then this third one, I think is just a filler. I think it's like a pluck layer. That is way too overdriven. I feel like I should have compressed this a little bit more. But then altogether, this is to give it a bit more attack to the original two leads, because these two bring like a smooth, like kind of legato sound to the leads. And then you add in this sound, it makes it a bit more plucky. So that's how I usually use Wavetable. There was also this lead I made over here. As you can see, I really love using Glide on mono mode right here. I might talk about that later on. Then there's another version of it over here, which is just more plucky. Oh, I need to fix that part next time. But I tried to do like a grace note over there, but I guess it didn't sound that great. For other stuff like drums and percussion, I mainly use presets. Hate me if you want, but most of the time presets just as long as they do the job. To me, like drums, as long as the drums do the job, then I feel like it's manages to like work out in the end. Say like to me personally, like what I would say is that not many people are gonna memorize like drum sounds. Like they, you can use like I would say this is one of the things which is fine to use presets. It is good to make your own like drum sounds, of course, but those are really hard to do, in my opinion. I'm not nearly good enough to do that, honestly. So I mainly just use presets, mainly cymatic stuff, but one specific a there is one specific like sample pack which I did get recently. I'm actually planning to get another one related to it. This is the Exobolt 010 sample pack. Um, for those who don't know, Exobolt is a record label that is more indie, I would say, and they upload a lot of electronic music. So this came with their 10th compilation album, so I copped it, and there's a lot of very, very good presets in here. Like, we got a bunch of drums, we got a bunch of claps, but bass loops. I mainly touched the drums of this pack, but there are some vocals, like samples you can use in here. But I'm pretty sure most of this is just samples. We got like the cymatics kick. Um, if I just soloed it, we got the cymatics kick, and then we got dubstep snare. I only use a dubstep snare for this because that's what Lock-in normally does for his tracks. He uses like a dubstep snare for like even the house tracks. So, and then we have the hi hats, obviously. To have a bunch of reverb on it because Lock-in does the same thing. So altogether, it should sound something like this. And then later on, and then I add a little bit more cymbals in here, meaning hi hats. So it sounds a little bit more groovy. And then altogether you have your house beat pretty much. For bass, I'll explain a little bit more later because I have a separate sub over here, which I'll explain later, like I said. But this is also a wavetable. I changed, not only I have Vital presets here, but wavetable managed to do the job here. This is like I wanted this to be like a more um, punchy layer to the bass. This is the filtered version. I keep going to this section. I need to like label this as pre-drop or something like that. But here we have the how it's supposed to sound. And then we have the main layer, which is like a saw layer. Oh wait, it's actually not really a saw layer. This is supposed to layer with the supersaw chords over here. But what this is actually another wavetable in wavetable. And if you go to the instrument category, then go over here. You see this. I chose this one called piano. There's a bunch of other presets over here, which we can experiment with a little bit later on. But this one is basically just sounds like this, kind of like a piano. So it kind of sounds a bit like a dance piano in a sense. So I just chose that. I thought it was pretty cool. And then I have my separate sub over here, which I'll talk about later on. As you can see, it's really soft. But, like if you're not wearing headphones, you might not be able to hear it. And you might hear that clicky noise that comes from the side chain, which I'll talk about how I set up later on. But that's pretty much most of the like important parts for this track. I might finish this on another stream. Not too sure, but I think for now let's just start up a new project and let's make something fresh. So if I go to new set, we should be in a new set, and I'm gonna go through my process on how this usually works. So here we are in a new set. So I have these two tracks over here, which I'll explain in a moment. But the way I normally divide my tracks is I have the synths. Synths are basically any kind of instrument that is not a bass. So like nothing like low frequency, no low frequency stuff. This is for all the stuff that is um like on the mid range to high range frequencies. So like all your chords, all your keys, all your melodies, it all goes here. I have a piano over here as well because this is obviously not a real piano. This is actually Labs Soft Piano, which is a pretty popular like free piano that you can get from Spitfire Audio. the way I do it is I actually blend it in with another piano from Ableton, literally just the Ableton piano, the Ableton Grand Piano, this one, right here. I have that, and what I did was I made an instrument rack with it, so where I have a blend over here, and what this does is it blends between the soft piano and the Ableton Grand Piano. So if I were to do it like this, I put a bit of reverb on it as well over here. It's just a piano reverb, and I can dial as how much I want here. If I just put it into the middle, I can pretty much just turn off the reverb. You can still hear a bit of it, but it's not too obvious. But as you can see, we have the Ableton piano over here, and then we also have the soft piano right here. Sounds a bit weird without the reverb, so I'm just gonna put that back on. And I normally keep this at around, I think, I'll just put it at 0 for now. And then I have a right and left. This is a trick that I learned from Lock-In. Basically, what you can do is you have a right channel and a left channel for your piano. It's like for your left hand and for your right hand. And the left hand is for like all the chord stuff, obviously. So, and I want to put different effects on it sometimes. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I made that. Then I have a group over here for sidechain, which for those who are unfamiliar with like music production, sidechain is basically the act of making it so that your sounds will duck in volume, so they'll get softer when a specific other sound is played. I'll explain a little bit more of it later on, but here I just have a preset for a supersaw. So because supersaws are just they're everywhere at this point, and there's no avoiding using one, I'll say. So yeah, I just have a supersaw. I put it in the sidechain obviously because most of the time your supersaws you kind of want to sidechain them. Then the bass group over here. This bass group is basically for anything that is the opposite of a synth. So synths are for anything that's mid-range to high range. Basses are for all the low range stuff. So I have a Vital preset over here to start us off, and it's just playing like a low range, which I use with a pitch to change. The reason why I do this is because I want all my stuff to be in like the middle range. So like your C note is at C3 instead of like I'm moving it all the way down to like C1 or C2. It'll be at C3, and then you can move it, and then you don't have to move it pretty much. So I can show that later on how that works. And I have another Vital for sidechain over here. Is this different? Oh, apparently it's different. I don't know what I made it different. But then I also have a sub layer over here, which I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's playing around this range right here, and I can lower it anytime I need to. Then the drum layer, which is kick and snare, because kick and snare is going to be used for the sidechain trigger, which I'll talk about a little bit later on. And we have cymbals as well, which are also getting sidechained by the kick and snare. I think I should explain some of this as we go about with an idea, but yeah, just then we have some effects. So these are going to be like crashes, risers, all that kind of stuff. So basically, I think that's enough for now. Vox, I rarely use it because I don't really have a lot of vocal stuff most of the time. So I think what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to start making an idea. So let's begin. Something I did want to try is I wanted to try doing stuff in the session view as well because I've seen people do it and it's like very good for like coming out with ideas. But I think I might try that another time. For now, I'm just gonna show you the normal way I usually do this. So first, what I usually do is I come up with a chord progression. So, oh, I should set the BPM as well. Thinking something a little bit faster. So let me think about this. Just turn on the metronome over here. You click top left. Let me think. Maybe like if I put it at 170, how fast is this? I think this should be fine. The chord progression I'm thinking right now is like the way that my MIDI maker works is that we have, this is basically for me to record my own MIDI. It's kind of like me just playing on my actual keyboard. And you might be thinking, oh, how do you play on your keyboard, like your computer keyboard? It's the way I made this rack over here, which is called the MIDI maker or something like that. I can't remember what I called it, but it's a MIDI rack with a bunch of stuff in it. So what I can do is, let's say I'm playing a C. I think I should pull up the I think I should pull up the piano rack for this. So I can just show you. So as you can see, I'm hitting a C note. So this is like your everyone knows what a C note is. But what I can do first, we have the transpose, and what transpose does is it transposes the note. So I'm hitting the C note. I was still hitting the C note the whole time. So this is just for easy transposition, and it goes up to 11 semitones because that's how many pitches exist in the world, pretty much. And then we have, I shouldn't say pitches, that's how many notes exist in the world, pretty much. All the way up to B, where it goes back to C after that. So then next up is pitch. I haven't really used this that much, but I mainly use this for to like test bass sounds, I think. So it really just lowers it by like 36 semitones, and it will sound like this. But the main attraction of why I made this rack is this thing called the chord macro. And what this does is when I turn this on, if I just hit one note, it plays a whole chord. So I can use this to come up with like chord progressions. So as you can see, I'm hitting one note, and and this will snap to the scale. So right now it's a C major. But if I were to, let's say, play a D minor, if I just press the D note, it's immediately snapping to the scale. So that way I can just create chord progressions with just one note. So let's say I wanted to make like a simple like pop progression, something like I think it's like how do you do this again? It's like I can just make it like that, and I'll just draw the notes, and then I'll record it in this other thing, which I'll get to in a moment. But for now, let's just come up with a chord progression so that we can just progress with this. I'm trying to think of one right now. Let's think of a key to write this in first. Maybe like A. So okay, let's think of it. So this is C, D flat major. This is trying to think of like whether it should make this sad or happy. I think we should just. I think I'm making it a bit sad, like in minor key, but okay, we got okay, C and then D flat, D, E flat, E. Um, let's try. This is G flat major. Let's try this key. Oops. Yeah, I'm thinking of a chord progression like that. Another thing I also over here is the chord octave, and what this does, because since I'm moving this transpose up, the notes are gonna get higher. So like if I was to compare it to like a C, and then since I'm moving this up to transpose it, it's gonna sound higher. But what this chord octave does is that I can turn this up, and it will move it all down by one octave. So now it sounds a bit deeper. This is useful for like if I'm transposing something up, but I want it to be like in the same range. So I can just turn this on, and then after that it will pretty much go back to the original octave. So let's come up with a chord progression. The way I would normally do this, I normally have a second stream for this, but I'm using this to stream, so I can't really do that. So let's do one bar. I only have to snap it to C major, so why is this not working? Why is oh, because it's not on. There you go. So then it will go like but then I don't I think I should just leave it like this. And then should I change this up or should I keep it like this? I think I'll just cut it and then I'll keep it like this. So then after that, what I'll do is now that I have this like one note MIDI over here, I can go to my recorded MIDI. I click ARM on this track, so I just press Control L over here to activate the loop braces, but I'm not gonna actually loop it. I'm gonna turn these two things on. So what it's gonna do is that it's only gonna record only MIDI in this region right here, which I highlighted. And so I can just press record, and this is what happens. Yeah, like that. So now we have a bunch of chords over here, which we can now play around with. So we're in G major right now. G major is E minor, the relative key. I might change what scale I might work this in. Most of the time I just change what scale I work it in, but I think we'll just continue this for now. So normally what I'll do as well is I'll turn off all the top notes. I only do this to like fill in the space, but you don't necessarily have to do it. Okay, let's put so we move the C up here. And then I think we make it go higher like this. And then yeah, okay, then we can add some like notes to fill in the stuff here. So like this, and then what I want to do is I want to take this, then duplicate it, move this down. So now we have this chord progression over here. I'm just going to rename this to chord pattern 1. And now I will put this in my piano rack over here. And now we have interesting chord. So we have these chords over here that we can now play around with. So I'm thinking, I'm not really a fan of like what key this is in right now though. But I think we just continue for now. Now what I would do to make a bass pattern for this is I would take the same set of MIDI, and then I would turn off chord, and now we can make a bass pattern out of this. But I'm gonna change this up a little bit. I'm gonna make it so that this part goes here instead. To this is a classic progression if you heard a lot of Japanese music, but so I can just record this now. Oh crap, I had loop on. There we go. So we'll stop recording there. I'll call this bass pattern 1. And then what I will do is I will take this. Oops, hold on. Oops, I don't know what just happened, but I can also add this to. I normally put it in the piano for now so that I can just hear how it sounds in context. So I'll just put, so I can now listen to all this together. This doesn't really harmonize well right here, this section. This guy's a minor 7th, right? It is in the harmony, but it just doesn't sound right to me. If I make this the same note. Okay, let's move some of these notes and space them out. What you can do is you can like space them out like this. Something like that. Yeah, I'm thinking of like maybe changing like maybe I'll just move the pitch and see what other key sounds good. Yeah, this does not sound great. I'm trying to think of why. Like it's in the harmony, but it just doesn't sound great. can't just take this and then just deactivate this for now. Then just duplicate this and move it down. Yeah, because that's a diminished, so you wouldn't want to when it sound like that. Maybe what I can do is I can like stretch this note over here. If I move this up again, and then instead I just extend this note, so then it will still stay in the progression. Yeah, I think that will work better. I'm really just experimenting with like music theory right now to do this. Okay, but I'm still not happy with this like what key this is in right now. Oh wait, because I reverted back on this. So I'm thinking of like an intro where um we have like this like plucky bass coming in. So I think we'll wait like 2 bars and then let me take this bass pattern over here. We then move it here. So now since I moved it here, right? Yeah, it automatically like changes. Okay, I need to move these down by. So I need to move it down by 3 octaves. So I go down here, and then I go change the scale. 1, 2, 3. So now it should be in key over here. If I move this back here, yep. So I need to do the same thing with this bass pattern. I didn't move the scale. There we go. Let me take this bass patterns and then just test to see if this sounds alright. Yeah, there we go. So this is our chord pattern. So now we can take this and then move it back here. So we go over here, and then we. So this is Vital. For those who aren't familiar, let me just get into the initialize preset. So there we go. It sounds like this now. The way this works is, I know this looks complicated for some people who don't understand what sound design is, but okay, I'll just start very simple. If you look over here, you have a waveform, and let's say we have like this is basically what makes the sound. So this is where your sound's gonna come out. If you see this level knob over here, if I turn this up and down, you can hear the volume change. So this is where your sound's gonna come from, in a sense. If I move it to the saw wave, so we had a similar sound from just now. So this is how it sounds on its own. So other stuff you can do, you can change the pitch of it. So you can also change how like fine tune it. So there's like really like the most precise kind of like tuning you can have. So that's just fine tuning pretty much, but normally you would use the main transpose knob over here. Um, a unison is a bit more confusing, but it just makes it sound more full in a sense. It pretty much takes this sound, then duplicates it multiple times. So let's say we have like 16 voices over here. It's gonna sound really wide. And you can also change how detuned it is as well using this. Let me just loop this so that I don't have to keep repeating. I think this should be 1 octave lower as well, so minus 36. There we go. And then we have a bunch of effects here. I guess I can just show with one oscillator. You can have more than one and then have like a very wide sound. But I think I just work with one for now. So what I'm thinking is that we have high amount of voices and then we lower the detune so it gives this kind of weird sound. You can turn on the stereo. Most of the time with like bass sounds, you want to turn down the stereo because you don't want a lot of like low frequency stuff on the sides. Most of the time, like it's all up in your ears. You want it to be more towards the middle. This is what stereo does. If I push all the way up, you can tell that it sounds a bit too wide. So if I turn this down now, you can tell that it's now very like mono is the word we'll use. Move around here. This is how it's detuned. If you remember this part over here, the unison. This can change how, this can give like different kinds of effects to it. It doesn't sound like an octave, it sounds like a 7 or something. Power chord. Major chord. And minor chord. Harmonics. And odd harmonics. That sounds a bit weird. I'm gonna keep it at unison for now. Or actually I might try octave. Octave sounded pretty good. And then what I want to do with this sound is I want to make it very plucky. So we move over here. This is pretty much like it's kind of like a graph on how the volume is going to be shaped. So over here, we can see like if I move this a little bit. So if I move it like here, it's pretty much going to show how the volume is shaped on the sound. I like doing precise values most of the time. It's just a habit I have. But if I turn on the attack, I want to make like a plucky sound. So we have this over here. I think 10 might be 8 can give it like around the same effect. Now we also have filters over here. Filters basically act like, well, a filter of the sound. Whatever is going to be shown in the filter, if I just move it like this, so it sounds similar, but if I start moving this here, it starts taking away frequencies of the sound. So what I want to do with this is that you can also take this envelope and then move it to specific objects inside of the synth. And one example is the filter, so I can actually move it to the filter, and it will move the filter according to the envelope, as you can see. So I can move this to like 48. I think I make this a little bit less decay. I think what I can do is I can modify the delay like this. So I think I make the maximum like around 0.75. So when I max it out, hold on, did I mess something up? If I move it like this, yeah. Around 0.5, around. I can rename this to DK. So now I can like control this manually. So what I wanted to do with the sound is I wanted to make it like a kind of like a bass guitar like rhythm. So I'm gonna move all these to very short, around here. So okay, Then I take all this and then move it around here. Select all of them. And then I can have this rhythm over here. I moved it up on accident. Oops. Oh, it was taking the previous. Why is this here? Don't know why that is there, but what I can do is take all this, move this over here. So now we have a bass rhythm that we can use for the rest of the track. So what I want to do with this is I want to make it so that decay comes in like a little bit slowly. So we can start it at like around here. I can also change how much this envelope is getting affected. So I can set another macro to over here, and this changes how much the filter moves. I think I move this a little bit more to the left, so -12. And maybe I change it to 24. Okay, that's a little bit too soft now, so maybe 0. And then I can change this to cut off. Let me just max this out for now so that I can add a bit more effects to it and I don't have to like listen too closely. This is a compressor. It's just to compressors are a bit hard to explain. To me, it's a bit hard to explain most of the time. Every time I talk about compression, it's a bit hard for me to explain it. But the way compression works is that it takes a sound and equalizes all of the like it makes it's a bit hard to explain like on sort of it just turns down like things that are a bit too loud. It like crushes the dynamics of a sound. So the way I can show this, I guess I can show this using Ableton's compressor. So this is like a more simplified version of it. So let's say I have this sound over here. So if you look closely over here, I'm not sure you can see that. I can't freeze this, but okay, I'm just gonna do this. So the way this works is that we have this sound over here that has all these like peaks, as you can see. If we want to make it so that like the sound is more even, we can do this, and then we can change the peak as well, and it will pretty much equalize the sound and make it more even in a sense. And we can also turn up the makeup gain to like make it. It pretty much equalizes like the sound in a sense by volumes. It's a bit tricky for me to explain most of the time. I have like a lot of trouble understanding compression, but let's just say that it makes parts that are a bit too loud like a bit softer, so that it equalizes the volume with the rest of the sound along the how it sounds. And this compressor in Vital is meant to do the same thing, but a little bit more precise, because you can actually, like, if we have a single band like this. Oh yeah, let me bring back the volume of this. So this single band is pretty much doing what the compressor did just now, but what we can do, we can have a multi-band over here. So this is like for the middle frequencies, if I turn this all the way down. And then this for the high frequencies, I can also turn this one down. And now we have a completely different sound in a sense, because now it's like taking the middle frequencies and the higher frequencies and then lowering it down in a sense. Let me just bring this back up. I may have to reset this sound because of the compression. I really don't like the fact that Vital does this sometimes, but and I can't do this section over here. Yeah, but let me just bring this back up. Yeah, it was around here. But most of the time I just put compression on a lot of like my basses because it sounds just gives it a little bit more, makes it feel a bit more full in a sense. Then distortion is to make it a bit more fat in a sense, like more um, boomy. I don't know what's the word, like the right word to use for this, but let me just put like 7.5. I can also put it behind the compressor as well. I think I can use a high band for this, so I can turn down some of the high range. Now I have an EQ over here. This is really meant to like sculpt your sound in a sense. What I can do is so the way that the sound looks right now is like this, but what this EQ does is like a filter. It takes away frequencies, but these are really meant to like sculpt your sound. Like I can take this band over here, and I can move it around. And I can do something like that to it. Um, Normally it's to like get rid of frequencies most of the time. That's what I'll use it for. Um, we also have the high band over here, which can be used to get rid of the higher frequencies. Which for bass sound, it will be like more welcome. And just turn down this section over here. Notice how this will sound with like low DK now. I don't like that clicky sound at the start. Yeah, I don't really like that clickiness at the start, but I think that might be due to like the yeah, it's due to like how it cuts off at the end. So I think yeah, we need some release for this so that it doesn't cut off immediately. There's no resonance on this. Um, I think that's it for the sound. This is like a good like starting bass house. So I'm thinking of something like let's make it a little bit faster, maybe like 175 run. So we can have the chord pattern over here. Then we put it at the start, so probably like here. So if we hear this together. So what we can do for a piano like this is that we can take all the notes, and then we can do an interesting tactic where we slightly delay it, because the way a piano player would play a piano is that the sounds would or the notes would like slowly play in the sequence. They won't all play at once. That's not how the human play or would play a piano in a sense. So you want to delay it, and it makes it sound a bit more natural. So if I would do this, it will sound more like this. And then I move this here. I think I'm starting to realize why this clip is so weird. Let me just consolidate this. There we go. I was wondering why this clip was acting so weird. I need to consolidate this one as well. There we go. So now this is its own clip, and there won't be any weird issues with it, I'm pretty sure, when I copy and paste it over. Let me get rid of this section over here. I think I can move this down by an octave. No, I think it's too low now. I think we keep it here. Thinking of adding like a... I think this bass pattern can come in a little bit later. I think for now we just work with this section. So I think what I want is I want this chord parent to like play in a sequence. So like an arpeggio. So what I want is a da 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 da, something like that. So I would do it like this, and then I'll take all this, and then move it according to the grid like that. I think we need to make this a little bit more. We need to take these notes and then we can move them like that. This is not moved to the grid. There we go. Now it is. There we go. Now we move this slightly, and then move this one like here. Okay, let me take these chords, and the way I would do this is I will go over here, go to the velocity, and another fact about like more natural playing is that all the notes won't play with the same volume. They will play with like different one due to expression. So what I would do is I will make the first note much more much louder than the rest, and this gives a very subtle effect, but it can make the playing a lot more expressive when done right. So if I go here, take this and then move that. So it'll sound a little bit more expressive. I think what I want to do is I want to switch these notes around. Like, that's a G sharp, there's a... Kind of just playing with inversions right now. And then like the bass will come in over here. So maybe I move this over here. And I can move these macros around like this. So this is just automation, and what I can do is I can actually, you remember those macros we made from earlier? We can actually move them according to the track, and now it will slowly rise. I think I'll maybe try another chord progression because this one isn't really synced right with like the vibe I'm trying to go for this. Or maybe it's just the key. Maybe I should try that key. Hold on. Yeah, that's the one we were currently working with. Oh, 9. That one also works. Let's try this key. This is A major, so it will be F sharp minor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how this sounds. It's a bit messy. Lock this and then move that. Did I move this around out? Yeah, I think I moved this around. Oh yeah. Yeah, this sounds like a better chord progression. So I have to move this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then move it off to that. I set this to 0 there. Maybe we need to write a melody over this. This is why I'm because this isn't sitting right with me right now. Let's use this for the melody. Let's write a somewhere around here. I think the key of this is F sharp minor, so dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. One and two. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oops. There you go. I'm getting the rhythm. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I'm a little bit quiet, but just been trying to figure this out right now. So, well, this whole one giant mini clip. Dun, 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 dun. That's too fast. Dun, 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 dun. Oops. Oops. No, wait. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Oh wait, yeah, these are, so this is supposed to be longer. Yeah, like this. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Yeah. Then repeat this to here. Then okay, let's see how the whole thing sounds. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, so what I need to do, yeah, this is something I learned about like some J-rock music recently, is that these kind of progressions, right, is you want to move like the thing by half a step, so it sounds a lot like this. That is wrong. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Keep messing up this rhythm. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, dun, 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 dun. Maybe what I can do is I can do like a right here is I can finally move the parent back here. Then I stretch this out. And then I move this here. I think why I move yeah, I try. Let me try this. Let me try this. I think I move all this to the left a little bit. Yeah, like this. Oh, is Spitfire audio not working? Oh dear. I think Spitfire has kind of no. There's been a weird bug with Spitfire recently, but on my computer, but okay, it seems to be fixed now. Yeah, there we go. So I want like a bass guitar like this. I was realized I haven't even processed most of this. Okay. Maybe what I can do, for this bass guitar, I normally use the amp in Ableton. It's not really recommended, but if it works to me at least. But if I go into the basic bass amp over here, this is what I normally use to get the sound. So I think what we can have like a DNB kind of beat over here. So the classic boom cut, then legato this. I know this one's gonna be like super long, so I'll just delete this one and then take this, move it over here. There you go. Oh, wrong button. I think for this I don't need sidechain. Let's have the chord pattern over here, and then sometimes what I'll do is, oh yeah, right, this is the old. Okay, let me check this one. Um, let's see how this sounds with wavetable over here. Yeah, so we now have this. So with wavetable, it's pretty much the same thing. Let me put it on shimmer over here, and there you go. So what I can do is, instead of doing what I did just now with the bass, where I just chopped it out like that, I can actually take this in MIDI effect over here called a the arpeggiator, and then I just put it on chord trigger and check this out. We are now in chords. So now what we can do, we can have it at like 250. Let's make it a little bit wide, then turn down the voices a little bit so it sounds a bit more. I also like using the Ableton the wavetable filters. So I like to turn up the driver keys. Let's find like another ooh, that sounds really good actually. I might layer this again. put it like 300. Let me group this in the audio rack and then, or a instrument rack. I'll create a chain and then this is pretty much the same thing as what I did in Vital. Macro 1. Oh, this is the it's the MTK, yeah, right. I think we can limit this as well. Let me put this in like 1200 seconds. And put the minimum at like 60. Something I also like to do is I also like to change this to classic mode and play with PW because I really like the analog kind of vibe that a lot of older synths have. See if we can find a better instrument. We need something a bit more full to it. Maybe put this like 0.6, so it's like double the speed, and then put this at like 10 around here. Maybe I can change the shape as well, make it a bit more unique. Go over here, classic mode, PW, and then put it like 10, maybe. Turn off map, and then turn this to 24. There we go. So now we have this synth over here. Put this to 30 maybe. And then maybe put like a let me think. Let's see how this sounds. Is this the wrong chord progression? That's a bit wrong. This is a wrong chord progression. Oops. I am making so many mistakes on this first stream, aren't I? Yes, this is supposed to be the F sharp right here. Now it's correct. Let's get a crash in here so that I can picture this a little bit better. Um, Normally I use a lot of like the Ableton stock sounds because they can actually work really well if you use them correctly. I think what I do is I take this and then move it here, take this here, and then reverse this. No, I said reverse it. There you go. Consolidate this. I just realized I didn't even drag in a kick and snare here, even though I was supposed to. I also want to put a filter on this. I'm gonna put it at like maybe 600, or sorry, not 600, 500. I think 500 is fine. And then I'm gonna show automation new lane, show automation new lane, and then I'm gonna turn this off because that's why I normally turn it off like this. And then for this, I'm gonna slowly rise it up to maybe like 10,000. And then for this, I'm gonna have like a very short kick, I think. So I'm gonna go to house drums because I think this is like normally quite short. This one is always one that I really like playing. Try this one. Where's the symbol? There it is. And put some reverb on that to glue it all together. How does that sound at the start? bass is a bit soft. I don't know the fact that the um, melody's being played by this piano. I'm gonna go with this one. I move this to like. Maybe I make it more expressive by like 600, and then I put minus 6, pretty much a basic ADSR. So now I'm gonna do the trick that I was doing in the other song that I showed just now. I'm gonna go over here, and then I'm gonna change this, change some of the notes so that it actually glides along the thing over here. So ooh, this can be good for like some. Ooh, maybe I try like a this kind of thing. So I move it down and then I move it back up right here. So it gives a kind of interesting. Oh, it doesn't actually sound that good. Never mind. So something like that. Okay, let's see how this sounds. So it sounds very static right now. We're gonna do the same filter trick that I did last time with this. So we're gonna set this to like, let's say 15. And then we're gonna set all the macros over here to change the position and stuff. Doing pretty good so far. Oh, we got a comment. Yo, hello, my player. Welcome to the stream. You're the first person to be in the chat. Be proud. How's your day? How's your day? Currently just making this interesting like J-rock beat. Yeah, the first person to chat in this stream. Yeah. Just having a fun time though. Not sure if I feel proud of this so far. It's sounding a bit awkward in some parts, but trying to figure out how trying to figure out this lead right now. Trying to see what can sound which wavetable sounds nice with this. Maybe around -6 and let's try some OTT. Oh jeez. Saying that is just can you see some funky beats? Okay, yeah. Um didn't disappoint me. Oh, thank you, thank you. That actually means a lot, honestly. I don't know how this is turning out, but so far like because I thought it was sounding a bit awkward right now, but glad to hear someone that's actually enjoying this. Put some EQ on this. I need to tone down those highs a bit. Do you trust the process? Yeah, exactly. I let my beats write themselves. So looking forward to it. Glad to hear that. -9. See if I can tame some of those resonances. Oh, there's one right there. Over here as well. Okay, see how this sounds. Maybe I can give it some reverb. Let me give it to the reverb set over here. maybe what I can do, I can put a harmony over here with like another instrument from this section onwards. So if I get another... Sounds good, bro. Hello, Hanzu. Welcome to the stream. Don't know how long you've been watching, but glad to see people are starting to come to the stream. Glad to hear that or see that. I'm a bit nervous. This is my first stream that I'm doing right now. It's the first stream I've done in a very long time. Second person now? Yes, Hanzu, you're the second person in the stream now. Very sweet music. Saraishi, welcome to the stream too. So we need a harmony for this. Let's move this into F sharp minor, and then let me move this up by... Oh, let me first consolidate this, I just realized. Hey, Fig, what's up? You're here. I was not expecting you to be here. It's a Friday, I thought you weren't going to be here. Still keeping it first stream in a long time, still keeping it fresh. Last stream was like, oh god, that's loud. Hold on. Let me use a sine wave for this so I don't blast people's ears. Sorry about that. Last time I streamed was like 5 years ago. It was a very long time. Actually, no, Fig would know that I streamed on Twitch one time, but that was like one-time thing. Does this harmonize? It doesn't harmonize that well. This is gonna take forever to harmonize. Maybe I should just try like a... Yeah, 5 years, man. My content was very different a long time ago before I started like producing music. But I streamed once on Twitch, and I mainly did like a lot. If you look at my channel right now, if you look at some of my old videos, it was like a lot of gaming stuff, mainly Geometry Dash. But recently I've been trying to branch out a bit. I've been doing a lot of music recently, so giving that a try. Maybe let's try an octave down. It's a bit cheesy, but like, see if this sounds good. 5 years to learn music. No, not 5 years to learn music. The 5 years ago, I was my last stream on YouTube. It's private now, that's why you don't see it. But it was mostly gaming stuff. That's why. So, wasn't really music. I started. If you guys want to know when I started producing, I would say I started producing back like I think when I started learning was back in 2021 was when I started learning about music production. Let me see if I can try VS Sync. Hold on, maybe I should turn this one off first. I need something to bring out those like lower tones. Oh, so how long have you been studying music? I don't study it. It's more of like a hobby, but I've been studying music for about, I guess, since 2021, I guess. It's been on and off, but like I would say it's a hobby that I have, and it's been on and off for a while because I don't really have time to like produce sometimes. I have school still, so that's unfortunate, but basically I've been learning music for about 3 years now. Before that, I do have a bit of music background. I'm actually in my school, was in my school's concert band back then. I'm a French horn player, just so you guys know. Am I still in the band, like concert band? Yes, in my tertiary education right now, I'm actually still in the concert band. Maybe like maybe like another PW over here. Let's try. So if I go over here, then start, let's just say 30. Let's see how this sounds together. French horn is an interesting pick. Funny story. So I was originally a trumpet player, but then my band director actually wanted me to like pick up French horn because they were running out of players. But so that to one thing led to another, and but however I stuck with it, and honestly I agree with you. It is an interesting pick. French horn, I would say, if you're a band player, you would it is a quite a challenging pick. It's not. It's one of the harder instruments to play. So I'm quite glad I got the opportunity to pick up the French horn. Honestly, maybe what I can do is I can take the chord progression. Um, if I can find it. Where is it? It's this one, right? Hold on. Yeah, this one. I take this and then move it here. That is not the right MIDI clip. Go over here, Control C, um, Control V. Oh, that's why. There we go. Okay, super saw. And then let's get the auto filter, and I think I can just copy the automation here. And I'm thinking about it. Just take this, move this here. Whoa, why did it just do that? Oh, I know why. Did I mess up the time here? Do you have a regular schedule for making music or streaming? I'm trying to have a regular schedule for streaming. You can actually look at my YouTube announcement. I think it was like earlier this week or last week. I can't remember. I'm planning to have a schedule, but I might change that because the schedule has 2 days on the weekends, and even though that is the time that people are most free, I'm not sure if I'll be able to. Wondering does oh wait sorry, I'll get to your question in a moment, but I might change out the weekend part, so like maybe one weekend instead of two, because it might be a bit taxing in a sense. Wondering, does the sound come seconds? Oh, you delete. Okay, never mind. I guess I won't answer. I understand if you okay. I'll just pretend I didn't see that. So if let's see how this does. Some things are better kept secret. Well, fair enough. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, that's why the chord progression is off. Hold on. Oh, yeah, this is definitely timed wrong. So maybe what we can have, I want to have like a bell over here that comes in this section. So I'm gonna take this part, cut this out, and then edit this a little bit. Just curious, how many of you in the chat actually like learn music production on your own time as well? Or are all of you just like watching for for some so-called weird bass, as I called it in the title? Or how many of you actually like learn like music in general as well? What was it? Glockenspiel? Instruments, melts, tremolo. Bro, we do this. I don't learn for now. Oh yeah. It is a very long process, but honestly, to me, it's worth it. That it's a very long process that it takes a long time. I some producers like I know out there, like if you guys know who Neddy is, he took like I think he started making music like 10 years ago and only started being like confident enough to post like 9 years later. So it differentiates for a lot of people, but like you should really just take your time with like learning music for those who really want to learn. It's not an easy process. And I've experienced that, so I would know. um, but personally, I find it really really fun, and it's just music is just a place for me to just um relieve myself in a sense. Oh, that sounded really weird, but music is a place to just express myself in a sense. It's just a very nice feeling to have. Did I cut that? Dun, dun. To be honest, I might learn about music since I do want to use drums. Oh, I actually have a little bit of experience with the drums because my dad actually taught me drums. He's a drummer himself, so I know a little bit about drums actually. And dun, 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 dun. So something like I just heard the OTT. So because of the fact that this is sounding offbeat, it's starting to. I think that's the reason why it sounds so awkward. But I'm trying to find a way to fix that. But it's not very easy right now. Okay, let me first get rid of this OTT. It's around 12 dB. So it will sound a lot like the transition should sound like this. Do you try to listen to the whole thing after making some adjustments? Sometimes, yeah, I would say. A good strategy to have when making music, that I learned from um Ash from Bedroom to Banger, who's a YouTuber as well, like a producer as well. Something you should do most of the time is when you're finished with when you get to like a checkpoint on your track. Like let's say you finish like until like a certain point. Like let's say I finished like this whole intro and pre-drop section. What you would do next if you want to like take a break for the day? Don't touch the track at all, but export it, and then export it as like an MP3 or sorry, WAV. I think WAV would be better. Once you export it as a WAV file, then like in your own time, I would say listen to it, and then when you're listening to it, write down like whatever you think could be improved. Like let's say in like the pre-drop section, you say like, oh, this snare is a bit too loud, or this instrument's a bit too loud. Maybe it can be toned down a little bit more. Um, this is what I would do, and because the problem is that let's say I'm like playing the track right now, and like let me just turn this down so I can talk a little bit. Let's say I'm just playing the track right now, and then um, all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, that thing is a little bit too loud. I would stop the track. Most people would stop the track, and then they'll try to fix it, and they'll listen to the whole thing again. But I feel like it's more effective to try and finish until a certain point, export your track, and after that start listening to it in your own time while writing down what could be improved is what I would do. So yeah, try to listen to the whole thing after making some adjustments. That's what I would do. Yeah. But I think what you mean is like if once I finish like one section, like let's say I finish this glockenspiel, right? Then once I finish this glockenspiel, I'll be like, okay, how does this sound like everything else? And if that's the case, right, then yeah, I would do that. It definitely does help to like listen to how your instrument sounds in the context of the rest of the track. Um, I would say it's a really important skill to have. Okay, let's see how this sounds. Whoa, what the heck was that? Ableton just screamed at me. No idea what that was. Went blank half through, but okay. I mean, yeah, it's a random ping. Yeah, no idea what that was. Ableton just screamed at me, telling me to stop. Okay, let me drag this violin in. I want to see if a violin would fit this section. I think it's too fast for the violin to keep up. Let me try this sample. I think what I'll do instead of doing all this running note stuff, because this violin is like it's a bit slow. I think I will like cut down the notes and then treat them as harmonies. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Violin hits kind of hard. Yeah, this violin was actually recommended me to one of my friends who's also a bandmate. He's also a French horn player. It was recommended to me by him, so I'm very thankful for him for showing me this violin library. See how this sounds. It's a bit too soft. I think I need to maybe turn on the reverb a bit, but then also, let me see, is it? It's very soft, is something I noticed. I think I need to legato all of this. There we go. Yeah, why is this violin so soft? It's a bit strange, huh? Sample. Let's see here. Do I have to bump the game up even more? Like, this is a lot already. Yeah, that's how much I have to bump it up just to... That is very loud. Hold on. I think in the context of everything else, it sounds good. I think that note is a bit too high. I think I'll tone that down. Yeah, see, the offbeat thing is not really working for this. I need to find a way to fix that. I think what I'll do is, first of all, I want to put a string, like some melodic strings in here. I think I can also use this violin here. Let me test this. If I copy this, put it here, frick, hold on. Copy this, here. What tempo is it set on? This is on 175 BPM, so it's around like drum and bass tempo. But I'm thinking of making it like happy hardcore, in a sense, like some very light happy hardcore, not like super like heavy. Then I have a second one for the lower strings. String section. This one, yeah. What are your thoughts on frozen lemonade? Frozen as in like actually like solid frozen. um, I don't think I've ever tried that kind of lemonade. I'm gonna be honest. uh, I mean, lemonade's cool. It's all right. Lemonade is fine. Everyone talk about colder ones, but what about boiling lemonade? Like a slushy texture. I mean, sounds like it will be delicious. I think it'll be pretty. I think it'll be pretty all right. I don't think it'll be that horrible. It might work. I'm trying to. Why is this violin so soft? Like, Unless everything else is too loud, maybe that's why. But this is actually like pure soft, like, huh? Something I also like to do for these kind of like strings, I also like to, if you see these notes over here, I would actually stretch them across because they're playing the same note. I think it'll sound better. So anything like this, I will actually like stretch it across right here. And then this one as well. I'm thinking of having like a climax here. But let's see how it sounds from the beginning. Unless I move the kick back a little bit like here. B is kind of offbeat for some reason. Yeah, because um the I'm trying to struggle. I'm kind of struggling because right here this one note over here is on the offbeat. So if you listen right here, so that's why it sounds a bit offbeat because it is offbeat. But because I'm basing this off another song that I've listened to before. But and it has this weird offbeat thing. Let me see if I can try and like move this to on beat and see if it sounds any better. If I move this here, let's see. Yeah, see, because then the melody will be offbeat as well. So I'm trying to figure out how to balance this out. I forgot how the original track that I was thinking of did it, but hmm. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let me try reversing this back to what it was. Are we back to the offbeats? Yep, we are. Let me see here. If I go over here and here, if I end this section a little bit early, and then oh yeah, I was supposed to make symbols. I guess I got off track on that. Oops. Let me just fix this first. Move this here. Yeah, because it's supposed to sound like this. But then it's like not easy to get right. To be honest, I like bass beats when it's on par with the build up. I'm not telling you. Bass beats when it's on par with the build up. What do you mean by that actually? Curious. Like the first note or something, and then the heart bass thing, something. I forgot how this is. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. There's no problem. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, we can just let the creative process decide for itself and see where it goes. But um, is it like the first note and then the heart bass thing? I mean, I have this bass over here. um, let me get some symbols in here. Uh, oh, the flat yellow one. Which one? This one? After that. Oh, this. Oh, this one, right? Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah, flat yellow one. Yeah, like the basically when it's on par with the build up. Yeah, like something like this, right? Where it's like everything is together, so it's like. Oh, I think I may have an idea. Hmm. Okay, okay. I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think. I think I'm starting to come up with an idea, but let me let me first see down these symbols. I keep saying about it. Uh, open. Figure that out. Ah, okay. So this is what you. I honestly think it could work, but I need to figure out how to transition it properly because now everything is offbeat. So I need to figure out how to transition it properly. Trying to think which one. I need a very splashy one. Maybe this one. I need this one, and then let me like EQ it to get rid of some of that. Or maybe I transpose it. Maybe higher. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Something like this. Then get rid of a little bit of that body because it's a bit too much. Yeah, something like this. And then a bit of reverb to give it a bit more tail. Here. There we go. And then we do it on the quarter beat like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7 only. Yeah, because so. Take this one, and then this one. Okay. Maybe this one. So then, uh, like this. Okay. There. Here. Here. This man is cooking such a fine full course meal. Some parts are a bit awkward though. I'm trying to figure out how to fix that. Like, but I am thinking that this has a lot of potential. It's just that trying to figure out how to make it work is the thing. There we go. So if I do this, okay. So then I do like a. Yeah, something like this. And as a secret, just reverse it. And then like this, maybe? Symbols, I kind of just like freestyle it most of the time. Uh, I think with this Glockenspiel, I need like a. I want to try getting a piano in here as well. Uh, like a very um, reverby kind of piano. So if I select this one, what if I just set this to a normal pitch? Is the Glockenspiel high? Oh, that actually sounds better. I might keep that. Okay. So I make it super bright, turn down the attack, and then I think release. I keep it around here. Feeling sleepy right now? Is it the track or just feeling sleepy? You think I'm gonna go? Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, no problem. Glad you enjoyed the stream. Glad you were here actually. And, oh, you have a good night, man. Wherever you are. Thank you for joining the stream. Kiddo, I still call weird bass cheer weirdo. Thanks. Thanks, man. You too. You too. Have a good night. Uh, piano EQ. Just kidding. Do your best. What app do you use to make music? I use Ableton Live 11. It is a very popular software that's used by a lot of the producers, like Virtual Riot. Mainly Virtual Riot is like the only one I really know, like that's mainstream. But there are others though who use it out there. Like it's a pretty popular software, but might be a bit pricey for like people. I got it from a student discount a long time ago, but um, there are other good like free DAWs out there that like people can use. I I highly recommend you guys like you try and do some research on like free DAWs as well. I don't know many off the back of my head, but I heard that GarageBand is actually not bad. Like believe it or not, I know that sounds crazy as a sentence, but I've seen people actually make crazy stuff with GarageBand, so it's actually not bad to as a starting DAW. Believe it or not, it's good to like know the basics for, but um, another very popular like DAW that I've seen a lot of people use is FL Studio or Fruity Loop Studio. Um, FL Studio is the one that I think is slightly more popular than Ableton. It's it's the community choice from what I've seen because there's a lot of tutorials on FL Studio. So if you're using FL Studio, you have a lot of options for tutorials pretty much. So that one's also a very good choice. And a good thing about FL Studio is that it has lifetime free updates. So because think about Ableton, Ableton 12 came out, but I'm actually not using Ableton 12 because something a bit dumb about Ableton's like I mean I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but like it's you have to like buy the newest version of Ableton every single time like a new version comes out. It's a bit stupid, but that's why with FL you get like free lifetime updates. So it's quite I'd say FL is a more community friendly one. You get free lifetime updates, you get a bunch of like different synths, and um you also get a lot of tutorials to um like knock yourself out with. A lot of like popular producers. Like I can name so many more like other producers who use FL actually. Like there's Porter Robinson. There's if you talk about like Lock-in, which is I mentioned him earlier in the stream. Um, Lock-in and I'm trying to think of other ones. I want some popular ones that use FL. I'm trying to think. Um, Porter is like the one that I remember who uses FL. Um, but it is also a pretty popular choice. I just don't know like all the producers in the back of my head. Most of them are like dubstep producers or like a lot of electronic music producers use FL from what I've seen. But I'm an Ableton user, so I think what I should do, I should actually separate this, not thinking about it. Take this, make a new MIDI track. Here, there we go. Here, here. Okay, so we have that one, and now we have this one playing the same thing. Here are those resonances. Yeah, here. Carry that one. Okay, then this is gonna be the build up. Okay, let's see how this sounds from the beginning actually. Cooked so well. Glad to hear that. Okay, so then what I want here is I want a riser. So let's get a vital riser. This is what I like to call the NCS riser because a lot of NCS songs use it. It's basically just a tone that like, and then what I can do is I can go over here and then just, and then do something like that to make like a riser sound. Where, okay, so where does it start? So right here. Somewhere around here. I should probably label these sections, I just realized. I haven't been labeling stuff. Add locator. This will be intro. And then this will be pre-drop. There you go. I think I dragged the cymbals here as well. Then, let's try this. So then I think what we do is we over here. So over here, right here, then I would duplicate this and then do this and then do this. And then get even faster over here. So over here. Trying to think of like where the beat will land. Okay, let me just lay out this drop over here first, because this is very confusing for me. I'm confusing myself with my own track. It's something you won't hear every day. What's this thing? Oh, it's this, yeah, the strings. Let me group these together. And then I need to put EQ on these. There we go. It's a bit too start stop. There we go. Did I just never link that section? I guess I didn't, huh? There we go. Now it should be linked. Over here. That should be better. Oh. I think what I should do is I should save the soft symbols for these sections. And then get a harder symbol for the other sections. The hard symbol, where is it? 808 symbol hard. Yeah, here, this one. Because that will be more impactful. Oh, I didn't copy the animation. Oops. Over here, and then first copy this, No, don't do that. There we go. Copy this. Oh, it's a bit offset. Yeah, right. And then now stretch this part to be even longer, right here. And then legato this, Control J, and then move that here, move that here. Perfect. Actually, not perfect. I need to move these in now. Move this here, move this here. Okay, so let me first drag this chord pattern in here. Maybe I'll go to sleep. I subscribe to you. Stream when you can. I'll check it out. Now, good night. All right, good night, buddy. Have a good night. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and yeah, hope you have a good night, and see you, buddy. The reason why all of this is so soft is that I've been playing at a very low velocity. uh, okay, move this here. There we go. And then get a wavetable, noise, Where's the saturator? There it is. Okay, what else can we play here? I know what to do for this. Let me try to synth the big crusher I made. Okay, legato this, and then Control J, Control C, Control V, Control V. There we go. Oh, I have to begin. Oh, the filter is very wrong. Move this over here and then price on. I think I need a more punchy kick. That's the problem. We go over here. I might end the stream very soon, but I just want to see where's our progress at. I'm not really a fan of the drop. The drop sounds very weak. Dubstep snares maybe. Yeah, this one. Actually, wait, do we have any from the Exobolt pack? Maybe there's some in the Exobolt pack that can help. Kick. Let's see here. That scared me. That's a very good one. I think this will work. Let's see. this saw a little bit fatter. Let's try getting a glue compressor for this. Uh, Okay, this isn't the whole thing. I think I'm gonna play this through and then just gonna end the stream right here. All right. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. That one feels a bit weird to me, but I guess it is what it is. I'm not sure if I will continue this one tomorrow. Yeah, this one, I don't know. This was just an idea that I had in mind because I wanted to try and reference another song, but didn't really end up the way I expected it to. I'm glad you guys still liked it though as a track, but honestly, I might not continue this one. I think tomorrow we're gonna be working on. I'm gonna be working on a another track that I had. I maybe like another track I have, or maybe come up with a new idea. I don't know. Tomorrow we're gonna be trying to do that, but I think for now I am going to be ending the stream here. So thank you guys so much for joining me on the stream. All the people who showed up. If you're here now, or if you've left, if you're watching the VOD of this, then I just want to say thank you so much for watching the stream. It's been really nice getting to know some of you here who actually joined. Some of the people in the chat. If you're watching the VOD, I think you guys all already left, but um, thank you guys for joining, and it was a really fun time. I'm glad that you guys are interested in the things I do. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the very next stream. Oh, all right. Oh, hey Hanzu, just back here for a second. Oh, I was able to end the stream, but yeah. Um, okay, but yeah, thank you so much for joining me on the stream. So, yeah, I'm and right here. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, guys.